Well, on the crescendo this week, they opened up SmackDown for June 23rd with a VTR package of the Bloodline blow up last week and the Usos kicking Roman on his ass. And then here come the Usos. And they get a big pop, and they're over now more. This has worked. They're over now more than I think they have been that I've been seeing. They're chanting Uso, and they've got the Uso signs, and everybody's feeling Usy. The only thing that didn't feel Usy was this promo to me. Before I go into detail, did you seem that this meandered around and people liked it, but it beat around a lot of bush?
I mean, it wasn't direct and to the point. It would have been 10 seconds if it was that.
I guess they didn't know what to talk about.
I mean, I don't think they were in the ring until what? I don't think they were in the ring with the mics until 7 minutes in, 8 minutes in.
Probably.
So, I mean, it took them a while just to get to the ring.
But the package was at the start also, so that got us hooked. But they are... Jimmy and Jay, to me, when they're doing live promos and they pause to let the fans react, they don't pause and let the fans react in a way that like a Cody does or a Punk does. It kind of looks like when they pause and let the fans react that they just kind of forgot what they were going to say and they just want the fans there. It's an abrupt shut off. And they're trying to go back and forth, with some of the verbiage, but the thing was they're about to fight their family, and they're not supposed to do that because family's supposed to take up for each other. But we got to do this now because Roman didn't take up for us, but we still love Roman, but he messed up by disrespecting us. They fired up at the end. And talking about they can always forgive Roman because he's family, but they can't forgive Heyman. And at some point, that'll play into something. But I thought this meandered and beat around a lot of bush, even though they finished strong on the tag team match this weekend. They didn't have a lot to say that was revelatory or needed relating that we didn't already know up until they got to that point. We're 15 minutes into program.
This is one of those weeks where there's no Roman, and those are different weeks than the ones where you have him. I'm not even saying him wrestling, just him appearing on the show. So it's almost like a step back and a stall week. Let's progress some things, but not everything. It wouldn't it be funny if Heyman accuses them of being anti-Semitic? That's why these guys don't like me. No, this really...
Because he could be painted as a rabid anti-Samoanite.
Well, there you go. This was a fine opening. You knew there was going to be something more later, and if you watched the show, you knew it would probably be at the last segment. So it was fine. It established something will happen at the end. They're mad at Solo.
Well, at least we know who they're mad at.
And Heyman. Now they really hate Heyman.
But now they used to win, like every once in a while. I remember when I was a young man, when I was just a young lad, my father would never miss an episode of Gunsmoke on CBS television. And every once in a while, Matt Dillon would leave town. Marshall Dillon would leave town, and all kinds of shit would happen while he was gone.
He'd be negotiating his contract.
Well, he would be off on hunting a desperate fugitive. But shit would happen while he was gone. And then somehow Festus or Newly or Doc or Kitty or Sam or all of those people would all get together and mostly solve the thing but by the time that he got back. So Roman doesn't have to be there every week. But,
Isn't it amazing that Heyman managing the Samoan SWAT team in '89 is a part of the biggest angle in professional wrestling in years?
That's good. It certainly wasn't part of the biggest angle in wrestling in 1989. I'll tell you that.
What, the Marietta Massacre? That wasn't the biggest angle of '89?